First pull-ups on the new rack. Awesome. Nice and sturdy too. Everything all bolted together. It's good, nice and sturdy. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you clicked on this thumbnail, get excited because today I'm going to be putting together my Titan Fitness rack. It's an X3 rack. All my fun stuff, all the packages are here. Today we're going to be assembling it, putting it all together. I'm going to show you how to do that. So just a couple of comments. Titan Fitness sent me this rack. I ordered it and it was here within about 10 days, so it wasn't that bad. They had one in stock, which is one of the main reasons I actually went with the Titan Fitness. I looked at both Titan and Rogue. I was kind of leaning towards going with Rogue, except at the time that I ordered this stuff, they didn't have what I wanted in stock, so I didn't want to wait. I wanted to get the rack so I could get it put together, start using it here in my basement. Let's get right into it. All right, so this is how everything arrived. It came in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, and it was all shipped on a pallet, so I ended up having to take everything off the pallet and then walk it around the back and brought it all here into the gym. I'll get it all in a box and I'll start putting it together, and this will be an awesome day. Well, first impressions are really good. Everything came packaged really nicely. Nice thick foam blocks. Some very serious heavy duty looking hardware. These are heavy duty hardware actually. These are 8.8 bolt. These are 8.8 bolts. Yeah, everything's nicely packaged, put together. We'll get all the rest of the stuff out of the boxes. Alright, I got everything unboxed. I got all the pieces laid out here on the floor. One of the things that I noticed, it only looks like it's on one of them, but they did the drilling of these holes, but they didn't actually pull the pieces all the way out. So there's a couple of these that need to have these little tabs of metal pulled out. But the finish actually looks pretty good. There was a lot of people, I guess, online complaining about the metal being scraped, or some of it showing up, or some of the pieces showing up not very well finished, but none of that looks to be the case for mine. Everything looks pretty good. The welds look really nice. I know there was a bunch of folks complaining about the quality of the welds, but looks like Titan has kind of stepped up their game because these welds all look very good. Even around the bars, all these welds look pretty nice. If you can see. Yep. No complaints about these welds. Yeah, good stuff. Let's get this whole thing put together. Alright, so next step here is to come to this website, titanmanuals.com. Type in this code here that's on the box. So X3FF is what you're going to put in. Right, so X3FF. There it is. And that will pull up this PDF manual that will tell you how to assemble the whole thing. Alright, so we're going to follow these instructions. I got all the hardware laid out. These are all the base plates. There are 2 sets of bolts. This is a long set of bolts, and this is a slightly shorter set of bolts. The longer bolts go onto these feet. The slightly shorter bolts, as you can see, they're not a whole lot shorter, but just slightly shorter bolts. These set of slightly shorter bolts go to attach these upper accessories to the very top of the rack. Everything I've seen online says only finger tighten them, hold them all the way down at the very end. That way you can kind of get it all into place and get it done, you know what I mean? Alright, that's the first one. Now we're going to do the same thing with that guy. So now you can see I got this one stood up against the wall, and I got this one laying down here on the ground. I got all the other hardware set up over here. I think the next step here is going to be keep this one stood up, and then stand this one up, and be very ginger as I bolt one of the top bars in. That way it should be fairly stable at that point, and then I'll be able to take the rest of these and then get them all bolted together. So that's the plan. Let's see what happens. First top bar put in. Now I'm going to stand this up and bolt the top pieces together. See what happens. I have that leaning up against the soffit perilously, but so far it's okay. We'll see what happens. Take a couple quick measurements to see where the plates and stuff are going to lie. Alright, I can get a lot closer to the wall than I thought. I can actually probably move this almost all the way to the wall. See how these plates won't fit? That was a bit tricky. I had to get my wife to come downstairs to help me hold it in place. I thought this was a one-man job, but if you want to be safe and do it, get two people. Just get a helper to hold it for you while you're doing it. I brought the bar and the plate in, and I put it up on here to see how far the 45 would actually get close to this. And it's got plenty of space, so I was able to actually put the foot all the way to the back. And matter of fact, you know what I'll do is I'll put that bar back on there, and you can see. So here you go. It's got about a hand width before you hit the mirror. Oh, it's a bit perilous, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't go smashing into these mirrors and have to replace them. I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff bolted on now. I'll put there is a skinny pull-up bar that goes across the top, then a fat pull-up bar that goes across the top. Then I'll grab the wrench and I'll tighten all the bolts down. This is finished and in place. That is the rack put together, Titan X3 with the flat bottom, not the bolt down version. Nice, so what I'm going to do now is, you can see it's got the fat pull-up bar here and the skinny pull-up bar there. That's it, all assembled. That's pretty much it. I won't bore you to death by filming the rest of it where I have to bolt everything down, but if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I post a video every week, sometimes a couple times a week. Anything from working on my cars to working here around the house. I have a lot of new stuff coming soon, so make sure to follow along. I'll do a follow-up video later after I start using the rack, and I'll give my impressions of it. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you the next time.